it goes. It's my last season in high school. Man, what a good 4 years. It's been tough, but I think this year I got to make a point, let everybody know exactly why I came here, exactly why they would need to pick me to be the player that represents everything that the school stands for. So my name is Benji Swish. I'm in my senior year of high school. You know, my strengths are I'm a good passer, good into play action, accurate on check downs. I'm good at avoiding sacks. You can model me as a player similar to an Aaron Rodgers, not super athletic, but I can definitely make plays with my legs because I know the game so well. At a certain point, I like to think that you don't need to be the most athletic person to make athletic plays at the quarterback position. All you need to do is know how to read defenses. Got some skill points early because I got the game early. Okay, starting the year, I'm already top 100 in the state. Top 100 in my position, top 151 in the state. Got to work on my national ranking, but that'll figure itself out. I'm just focused on this last season. As you can tell by my hair, I dyed my hair just to make sure that every day when I wake up and I look in the mirror, I know exactly what I came here to do. I came here to be a representation of the school. Coach is showing me love, just making sure I'm making the right choices in the schools I'm picking. Got to round out my top 10. He wants me to round out my top 10 into schools that kind of favor my strengths. You know, I see where he's coming from, but I like to think that I'm pretty good in all areas. You know, some people would say that's arrogance, but I know my strengths. I'm well aware of my strengths, but I also think that some things that people think about weaknesses, I actually have the ability to do those things. But in my top three is definitely going to be Cal and Stanford. Those are the West Coast schools, the biggest schools that are in my area. Always looked up to them. Always wanted to go to those schools. We're going to throw North Carolina in there as well. North Carolina has been a school that I've always watched just because of Michael Jordan. It seemed like it's a school where it made players turn into, they built their foundations there. Guys like Michael Jordan, guys like Lawrence Taylor. I know those were in the 80s, but, everything is cyclical. Everything comes back around. USC would be a good school on my list. I'm all West Coast. Not really sure if I want to be in SoCal. It's never been my real favorite place to be. I think I'd rather stay close to home. People around me, they're very much, let me know their opinions on everything, where they think I should go, how it'd be nice for me to get out, see something new. But coming in Northern California, this is a very beautiful place. It's all kind of things I haven't experienced yet. Like I've never even gone across the Golden Gate Bridge yet. I'd rather find out what's going on in my own area, or my own backyard, should I say, than go out to see what's going on elsewhere. So right now I'm just going to look at some of these one-star schools. Surprised myself that I don't even have an offer from any of these schools yet, but offer's about to come in. I finally became a 3-star player, working on becoming a 4-star. It's going to be hard to become a 5-star in your senior year, but I'm not even worried about that. Just making sure I do what I got to do. Okay, some of these big programs, guys are going to go to these schools and realize that they're not ready for what it takes to play at these big schools. Me, I'm the type of player, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly where I want to go. I just got to do what I got to do to get the opportunity to go there. So as I'm winding down to my top 10, it's becoming real apparent that Cal, Stanford, North Carolina, it's going to take a lot from these other schools for me to be swayed and think about going there. I'm not really interested in being in the middle of America. Never been to Texas, never been to places like Arkansas or Oklahoma, Kansas, even Arizona. I know it's West Coast, but it's a little too hot for me. I like to be near the water. I don't want to really be in the desert. But yeah, real interested in seeing what these scholarship offers are going to look like. I'm real interested to see what kind of NIL I could get. So here's my top 10. I'm gonna throw Cal at the top. I'm gonna throw North Carolina in the top 3. I'm pretty much gonna put all West Coast schools in my top 5. The other schools, Oklahoma, they make good quarterbacks, but these other schools, they're kind of just filling out. My top 3 is pretty much set on what I would want, but the only thing that's gonna sell me or sway me is what the NIL looks like. Probably not gonna get the biggest NIL from Cal or Stanford because they don't really prioritize athletes the same way as they prioritize the education department. But I'm one of the few athletes that I'm prioritizing my education just as much as I'm prioritizing what I do on the field. So I'm going to advance the week, see what's going on next week. I'm on that road to glory. So I've gone up in my position somehow, went up 26 spots, going up in the state. Coach is letting me know, based off my play style, he doesn't know if I could play at the schools that I have listed. I'm a great pocket passer, but like I said, I'm a player that can extend with my legs. Some people would think that's arrogance. I just know my game. I know how to read the defenses. I know how to take advantage of how I'm being defended. So I'm going to give him a polite answer. He's my coach. He's made sure I've been good for all my 4 years. I'm going to just let him know I hear what he's saying, but I know what I'm doing as well. This has been my school that I've been thinking about going to way before I knew him, and, just being respectful about it. Okay, and UCLA, they're contacting me, just letting me know that, education they prioritize it very much. It's one of the best education schools in the country. You could take this either way. Me, I'm not the type of person that's going to be defensive about it. I'm going to see what he's saying. I'm going to just assume that he's giving me fair warning. I'm going to let him know that there's nothing to worry about when it comes to schoolwork, when it comes to me. I study my books just like I study, the opposing teams. I study myself. I definitely take this game seriously. And by this game, I mean this game of life. So I'm doing everything I need to do to position myself to be exactly where I'd like to be. In my response, I got UCLA getting more interest in me. It's more likely that I'll get a scholarship from them now that they know I prioritize the books. Stanford's reaching out to it, letting me know that they saw my tape from last season, and it doesn't really reflect what they think a quarterback should be doing in their system. Like I said, people think I can't use my legs. I can use my legs. I can get out and run. But my staple is that I'm a pocket passer. That's what's going to make me a great NFL player. I'm not interested in being a great college player, although I will be. I'm interested in being a great NFL player. So this week we got San Jose. I'm going to go out here and let people know that I could do the things that they don't think I could do. Maybe I've been showing a little too much of the arm. I'm going to show a little bit of everything today. So the way they're lining up, this is going to be a blitz for sure. Okay, let me slide out. Got my guy over the middle. He's making a play. All right. So now we looking to get an early touchdown to start this game. They've been showing a lot of blitz. They're probably going to blitz again. Let's try to get a quick play. They actually covered the running back. It's all good. We got 3 opportunities to get in this end zone. We're not kicking a field goal right now. Let me try to step up in this pocket, show my legs. Okay. You might a play like that might make somebody think, all right, maybe I can't rush anymore. Maybe that's why certain schools aren't interested in me. My confidence is unwavering. I know exactly who I am out here. Through a dot. If you didn't know, I'm a lefty. Let me show these legs. Let me get out. I'll run the defensive line. Die for me. Probably can't outrun cornerbacks, but I'm not going to be dealing with cornerbacks for the most part. Got a first. We step up, slide out, get another 15. Stanford thinks I can't use my legs. I'm not wearing J's for no reason. I'm a technical player, but I'm also a great athlete. I don't have to be the best athlete. So now I got my first offer. It's great. I'm not really getting much anything for them, but it's my first Division I offer. I'm slightly above a 3-star now, 40th at my position. UNLV's reaching out, letting me know that I'd be exactly what they're looking for. Not necessarily on my list or in a school I'm even thinking about going to, but they're very much showing me a lot of love. And I appreciate that as somebody who doesn't have many offers. I really only have one offer, but it's a good start. So I'm going to let the coach know I appreciate him, and I'll be reaching out. And that's just one thing about me. I'm never going to disrespect the coach. You didn't have to take your time to come watch me. Kid, you took your time to come watch me. I put on my best. USC showing some love. See, I'm not the type of person that's going to sound super excited over something like this, but this is the biggest school that's ever reached out. So I'm going to tell them exactly what they want to hear, and just love that I have that as one of my options. They make Heisman quarterbacks over there. They also used to win a lot of championships. So that's definitely in line with who I am as a person. And I appreciate Coach Riley for even thinking about me. So let's see what our options are, how we're going to respond to them. Yeah, just give him a thanks. Appreciate it, Coach. Always got to show love. That's how you get more love back. Okay, let's get to that next week. Let's get to the next week, man. This blue hair is starting to, I remember what it's for, but I think I'm ready to cut it. But I'm going to keep it until I sign, pick my school. One of my classmates is reaching out, making sure I'm good for the exams, asking me if I've got time to study. Of course I have time to study. Do you know what time it is for me? I'm trying to get into Stanford. I'm trying to get into Cal. I need them to see that I have good habits. Homecoming, you only get it once, but I'm good. I'm on to new things after this. Got school interest coming in from pretty much every school that values education. Couldn't even risk losing interest on that. Wow, look at that. Cal's reaching out to me, letting me know that they think I could be the gem in their recruiting class. My dream school is reaching out to me and letting me know that they're interested in me. Gotta let them know I'm ready. Okay, they gave me an offer. Not giving me much, but this is the school I want to be at. So, yeah. We're going to play our way into getting better once we get there. And I always going to increase. Once they see what type of player I am, other schools are going to be interested in me. Okay, I got some more offers coming in. Nevada. Man, I can't believe I got an offer from my dream school already. Like my second or third offer. That's special. Really appreciate that. They gave me a lot. I didn't even realize. San Diego, they giving me a lot. I might not even be able to go to Cal with these offers. Yeah, I didn't even know that I could get this much in my NIL. I was just worried about getting a scholarship. Even San Jose State's giving me more than Cal. What's up with Cal? Do they even view me as the player I view myself as? I'm 16th in my position now. I'm top 1,000 in the country. Okay. Wow. Okay, so they're impressed with us. They're gonna raise our scholarship. That's what I like to hear. I would much rather a much better scholarship than what I was initially gave. Just gonna ask. We're gonna respond to him politely. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, appreciate that, Coach. So now we, depend on what this offer's looking like, that's not even gonna factor in on why we're not gonna go to Cal if we choose not to go. People still even still after us showing we can use our legs, they still don't think we pick schools that show our strengths. It's all good though. Maybe just part of our journey is just gonna be showing the doubters, even when as our coach. You know, that's when you know you being a little crazy, when you think your coach isn't on your side, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. I showed you I could do everything. You see me in practice all the time. You should let the schools know I'm more than an arm talent, but I get it. You don't want to sell me. You don't want to oversell me as a player, and then I get there and they're looking at you thinking that what was he thinking? Coach, you don't got to worry about it. I'm gonna go out there and show that I'm a reflection of my high school. I'm also a reflection of the development program at Cal if they give me an offer. Well, if that's where I end up going, because I got the offer now. Got a couple other options. Let's see who gives me the best option. I'm QB4 on most schools' depth charts, but that's just right now. I'm still a 3-star player. Maybe when I'm a 4-star player, I'll be QB2, QB3. But I'm just focused on putting my head down, doing what I got to do. I'm not really into the glitz and glam like that. Glitz and glam may come, but QB4 on everybody's depth chart, I don't even have a reason to even think about glitz and glam. I gotta do what I gotta do. Put in the work, make sure I eat, make sure I study, make sure I get extra reps in. Gotta do it all. Another day. But that's what discipline is. You gotta be focused. If you have a goal, you gotta be disciplined, stick with it. Success doesn't happen by accident. You're already doing the look good part. So if you look good, feel good, you're gonna play good. And it's even more than just that. You gotta study too. Everything gotta be good if you wanna be good. So let's pick out a couple things. Schools wanna see what we can do. I'm gonna show them that I could do. Okay, I picked out what I'm gonna do for the game. I'm gonna go out, show the crowd some love. It's one of my last games here. Let them know I love them. I'm out here. We're gonna win this state championship. We're gonna do it for y'all. Okay, so it's just what we gotta complete. Just show the schools they're looking for something. They're not even really interested in me winning, but I'm a winner, so I have no choice but to go out there and step on some necks early. Coach wants me to show good leadership, so how I'm gonna go about doing that is making sure I get guys in positions so they get scholarships too. I don't want to be the only guy in my school that's gonna be headed to a Division I school. I want this school to be known for sending guys. So we're gonna put our running back in position. Look at me. All right, we're gonna make some mistakes here and there. It's how we respond to mistakes. Don't get caught up in the mistakes you make. Get caught up in how you respond to the mistakes. So they got 6 in the box, looking like they're in a cover 2, maybe even a man-to-man. Let's just throw a little slant out there, see what our options are, see how they're going to guard us. Okay, we got a guy out running them. Oh, yeah. Show out. We got scouts in the building. Show out. Yeah, we're starting early. Good little lead real quick. Coach wants me to know these plays. Okay, wait. They don't have anybody over the top. It's just straight man. We're going to throw, let's see. Slant is cool. We already hit him with that. Let's throw 2 posts. We're going to protect everybody. Look at him. Okay, so this guy, if he didn't have one before, he's definitely going to have a scholarship after this game because he has 2 touchdowns in the first half. Okay, we got a blowout. Got another offer from Boise. Okay, we got our number 2 school interested in us. They gave us a better package than Cal has, actually. Might end up being in North Carolina, but do I really want to go across the whole country? What if I go out there, coach isn't feeling me anymore? How am I going to respond to that? Okay, Northeastern or Northwestern, Oklahoma State. Okay, I'm getting some really big schools now. Oregon State. I think I'm starting to get some respect as a player out here now. UNLV, they finally offered me. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting respect. I'm top 500 in the nation, number 16 at my position. Yeah, I'm a hot commodity at this point. I'm still going to have my recruitment the same pretty much. Top 3 is still the same. But I'm going to go through, I'm going to look. Still QB4 on everybody's depth chart, or at least in my top 3. And keep in mind, there are schools that are going to let us play right away, be the QB1. But I don't want to go to one of these no-name schools where I ended up going there, playing really well, or going there getting beat up because my offensive line is nothing, and then transferring the next year. I want to go somewhere, and I want to be at a good school my entire years. I don't want to hit the transfer portal. Maybe it's because I'm young I feel that way, but I'm just not that kind of guy. I prefer to be on one team, make my mark, know what to expect, build familiarity. People know me. I'm that kind of player. My boy Ramsey out here. Got to make sure my boy Ramsey gets some love today. Get him a scholarship, man. Let's run out there. So we blew that team out, but just getting right to it. Stanford, they finally offered me. Texas Tech or UCLA offered me. Pretty much every school that I'm interested in or is offering me. I must be like a 4-star at this point. So I'm getting yeah, exactly. I'm a 4-star. I'm getting love from everybody, showing that I'm a quarterback that can play at the next level. Might even be QB3 on some people's depth charts at this point. I'm QB2 on one. Okay, QB3, my top 2 out of Stanford. Oregon State got me at QB2 though. I might have to put Oregon State higher on my list because I do want to play West Coast school. Might even play my freshman year. But might not be the best thing. It sounds great, sounds good, but I might need to develop. I know Division I is going to be much faster than high school. Might want to see even what certain arenas are like. I'm in the ACC now. I thought it was the Pac-12. Being in the ACC, I'm going to be flying a lot. I'd like to learn under somebody at least for 1 year if I have to. I'm not going to go in there with that mentality, but if it ends up that way, that'd probably be really good for my development. Okay, so I could pretty much put any school on my top 10 and they'll offer me. Or I'll be able to go there if I want. Not the top 5 yet. Not really interested in going to those schools either, though. Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama. I don't want to be in middle America. I want to be on the city. If New York has some big schools, I'd probably go there. That's probably the only East Coast place I'd go. But I'm a California kid through and through. And I value my education through and through, too. So I really only have 2 choices. I got Cal and I got Stanford. Stanford has been kind of throwing a lot of slight on me. Feel like I can't do this, feel like I can't do that. I don't really have time to go to the school and them to show me we're not even going to allow you to do this or do that because we believe what we believe. Cal showed me nothing but love. Got to keep them at the top of my list right now. It's the road to glory, man. Okay, Auburn's offering me. That's SEC. Look at that offer. They got money down there, huh? Florida, UM, Minnesota, Oklahoma. So yeah, at this point I pretty much have offers from everybody but the top 3 schools. And I'm good with that. Started the season with nothing. So again, this is what you get from certain kind of schools. Like Stanford, they kind of talk to me like I'm beneath them. Not going to disrespect them. I'm going to respond to them politely. But, they just said they just wanted to see me play. That's one of my top 3 schools. But, that Cal-Stanford rivalry is a real thing anyway. So I'd love, if Cal's where I end up going, I'd love to go up there and meet up on Stanford every once in a while. It's a beautiful campus, beautiful place. A lot of Silicon Valley's over there. I got great ideas too. I thought I'd be a Stanford guy, maybe as my second or third option, but, it's all good. So we're going to cut down to our top 3. to make sure Stanford's in that top 3. Stanford and Cal. Man, I could go to Oregon or Miami now, too. If I go to Oregon, I'm definitely sitting on the bench the whole first season. I don't really know if I'd want to do that. Plus, I've never been to Oregon. I know it's just a state up, but I have no clue what that would be like. Okay, Oklahoma, UNLV. Oklahoma's a Jordan school. That Jordan gear would look good. I'm going to put Stanford at 3. I'm going with Oregon State at 2. Actually, now this is tricky because I know I could play right away at Oregon State, but do I want to be a Beaver? They're not really giving me nothing on the scholarship either. That's not it. Look at my NIL on at Cal. Yeah, nah. That's not even comparable. They bring in none but 2 stars at Oregon State too. I'm gonna swap Oregon State out. For UCLA has a lot of good options. USC got a lot of good options. But they have a 5-star quarterback. I don't need anybody in my way. And it's senior night coming out. Man, last game before I make my decision. And here we are. Man, this I'm just ready to cut this hair, man. Tired of looking at this. Did everything what I had to do in high school. Made my mark. Let me just get this out of here right now. I'm not going to NC. I'm not going across the country. I'm staying in the Bay. Cal. Nah. We not so sure. Let's. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Stanford. You know, Stanford has been showing me what I would consider disrespect all year. So I mean, it's gonna be hard. I mean, this decision is gonna be my next 4 years. So we're gonna choose to not go to Stanford. They've been slighting me all year. Don't really got time for that. I'm going to Cal. I'm gonna show Stanford every single year for the whole time I'm in college exactly why they should have showed me some more respect, made me at least have to think about what my decision is going to be. But we ended up at our dream school, being exactly where we want to be. Love that we are on campus now. About to get to this barber as soon as I finish signing up for my classes. Got to get this blue or this purple out of my hair. I don't even know which one it was, but it's the color of my school. I just had the people dye my hair. But yeah, looking forward to it. I'm a freshman. Man, this is gonna be my biggest challenge to date. High school was pretty easy. The hardest part of high school was just getting noticed. But now I got the real test. Now I gotta make a name for myself. But this is what it's all about. This is what movies are made for. Man, I love it.